It's interesting that you decided to go to the LTAF route, because one would expect with greater consolidation and greater scale that you might have decided to go the segregated mandate route instead, and done something similar to what Nest has done, and selected a manager for each of those asset classes and built the exposure that way. So could you talk to us about why you went the LTAF route?
We don't use a live company platform for implementing our investments, and that gives us great flexibility to build investment solutions. And when we were looking at the private markets question, we were pretty much agnostic to how we built that, whether it was a fund solution, whether it was a segregated mandate, as you suggested, because we had that flexibility. So when we were talking to managers, we were asking them how they would propose to help us. And actually, during that time, most of the managers were proposing that we had some kind of fund structure, actually to manage the commitments, the drawdowns, the allocations and redemptions from the asset classes, effectively to operate the private markets portfolio. So it was likely that we were going to go down the fund route, although we didn't need an LTAF. Now, of course, as you know, LTAFs were created to allow DC investors to invest in private markets, particularly those on live platforms. Now, when we started talking to Mercer, they used the Aviva platform for operating their master trust. So they required an LTAF. So once we realized that the scale that I said before could create a better solution with Mercer, we were very pleased and happy to use the LTAF, knowing that it would be better for our members to invest in that to get the scale. And I think this is an important point, is that our trustees, whenever they're looking at the solutions that we're developing and proposing, and in this case the LTAF, they look at whether it's right for their members, the now pensions members. And they did challenge a lot on this, whether it was the right approach, and came to the same conclusion that investing in the LTAF, combining the scale at Mercer, was right for the now pensions members going forward.